Hello guys, welcome. Hey, it's Vlad. How are y'all doing? Wow. It's what a day to be alive. Oh my god. It's here. Like this year, this month, today, we finally got the long-awaited, not completed, let me be very accurate, not completed Wall of Shame. Wow. This is really wild. Let me see. It was hilarious to see some names with no guild tags because they dropped guild once they found out this was coming. I know some of the names and know what guilds in fact they belong to. Really, Mr. Noobtastic, that is interesting. And funny enough, last night I was sent some things, and some of these things that I was sent, was interesting to say the least. That's what I'll say. Interesting to say the least. Graven, dude, what's going on, brother? Good evening, dude. Just want to also, before we start this whole process and talk about all the things that just happened today, I want to apologize because I did set the stream for 7:30. But I have a feeling this is potentially going to be sort of a long stream. And I talked to my wife beforehand and she was cool with me streaming now. So only caveat is that I might eat while I'm streaming. I know some of you guys might be like, ugh, I fucking hate when streamers eat when they're streaming. Well, it's 5 o'clock, it's dinner time, like we have food coming, so deal with it, I guess. I don't know. My old thread is innocent. Yeah, there's a lot of guilds that have claimed, I'm not saying, you're claiming, well, you are claiming technically, but that have claimed innocence. And all I will say is the things that I was sent that were, let me put it this way, from Finney to some of the people that are trying to claim innocence, I've seen conversations. I'm not going to show them, but I've seen it for me, at least for myself. Now you're over here going to be like, oh my God, Vlad, like, no, it's not my position to, it's not, my whole thing is sometimes you think you know a person and then you find out that they're doing shady shit on the side. And some of the people might be your very own officers, maybe your very own GM. And you would think, oh my God, he would never do something like that. Like I know him. Like I said, I mean, I have plenty of stories that I can tell you about certain people that I thought I knew very well that turned out to do some really shady shit. In real life, of course. But I mean, of course, in game, especially in a game like this, right, where RMT is so heavily, we've been dealing with this since phase 1. This is not new. Funny enough is that some of these behaviors have been replicated, and not only replicated, that's probably a bad word to say, but some of these conversations from these people that are claiming innocence, I've seen from past phases. So interestingly, it's funny to me to see some of these people trying to claim innocence when I literally have seen like the conversations you had with literally the person that got exposed for the whole RMT thing. So to me, it's interesting overall. And to no surprise, right? So let's start looking through this, right? So Intrepid Studios is committed to ensuring a fair and safe environment for our players. In the interest of transparency, we provide a regularly updated list of actions taken against characters that violate our TOS, basically. We value the integrity of our testing environment and community. These actions serve as a reminder that exploitative and harmful behavior has consequences, and we remain committed to protecting the health of Ashes of Creation's world. Some character names may appear multiple times. This typically occurs when a player deletes and recreates a character using the same name. Wild. Oh, hold on real quick. Let me disable that real fast. Did you see Hands of Unity? So like I said, I've actually, for those of you guys who watch me on a regular basis, I take care of my daughters, while, because I'm a stay-at-home dad. I glanced at the list, but I have literally been in conversations more so than looking at this list heavily. I know some people on this list. I don't know everybody, because really I kind of keep to myself anyway. Mitt, thank you so much for the sub, brother. Thank you. Very much appreciated. And Mono12002. Thank you so much for the follow as well. Thank you. Yeah, so it's a lot. This is a lot. And, you know, honestly, what's even crazier, right? So this is probably the easiest one to go through. So this is the entire like RMT spam like that we got in chat, like all of the stupid, like jumbled MMO dot whatever, come to my website, whatever. M1A1. That reminds me of the Gorilla song, M1A1. Love that song. So good. Let me see. People are probably thought they could delete their character to delete the logs. Stupids. No, for sure. Like, this is only the first list. Yes, absolutely, dude. There's so much shit here, and I can't wait for your videos, Ibag, because I know you're gonna talk about it, and everybody's gonna talk about that shit, right? Dusty's talking about it. Nice is gonna talk about it. I'm talking about it. Roar's probably gonna talk about it. Like everybody's gonna fucking talk about it. But to me, like, this is nuts. Like whenever I looked over here and saw, like, holy shit, dude, like, this is nutty. Like all of these people were literally deleted and perma'd for spamming that. And this is what I'm telling you. Like, this is literally what I've been saying for days since we've been waiting for this list. Maple Tea Leaf, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Let me see. Wasn't Polar in your stream and said none of their members were going to be on that list, and guess who showed up? And the list isn't done, my friend. The list is not done. That's all I'll say. List doesn't matter. Have these people already bought new accounts? Exactly my point. That's literally exactly my point. Like, so this whole list right here and all these jumbled, like, they're literally just smashing names on the keyboard, because as fast as you swat them is as fast as they come back. And this is why I've been mentioning, like, they need to have way more preventative measures and way more things that block the player and not the account. And regardless, that is going to be a very heavy cost in a sense, and it's going to take a lot of due diligence on Intrepid, because there's just so many companies that really don't give a shit about the due diligence. They'll do a ban wave every 6 months, maybe every 3 months, every quarter, and by that time all the damage is already done. Like, if there was a shit ton, like, you know how much damage an RMTer can do in 3 months? Are you kidding me? Like, that's wild. They're just free money for Ashes of Creation. I mean, it is for a sense, but I mean, it's also costing them money, because as much as people say, like, oh, you know what I mean, RMTers are going to come in and it's like so good for the game, it really isn't, because games that are so heavily RMT'd, especially brand new ones, when you're literally trying to decide, as much as you're having fun in the game, if all you're surrounded by is global chat being infested by buy this gold here and the company's not doing anything about it, you're fishing with 15 or 28 bots next to you, you kind of don't feel like, you feel the whole RMT, you feel the grossness just literally encompassing you. And I think that's where real people end up leaving the game in droves. And all you have left is their RMTers. And then once their RMTers are all that's left, they leave too, because there's no one to sell to at that point. Let me see. They said the cheater list was going to be sent to Steam. Oh my God. Even more beautiful. Thank you for saying that. Most of it bought with stolen credit cards ends up getting charged back. Sadly, some cases, yeah, they do get a lot of legit extra sales because they ban accounts and people rebuy. Yeah, absolutely. It's just one of those things that, oh no, not my boy. It's just... Yeah, it's like a cat just like went across the keyboard. Why do they need to be certain? I feel like, again, anytime a company is going to be doing these things, people will get caught in the crossfire. And this is where the refining of these tools gets more and more refined by these false positives that end up happening, right? They can't just, again, I don't want them to be like the Wild West and be so willy-nilly, but they have to be able to do shit. Gold Hunter, oh my God. But I mean, I there's going to be some mistakes, you know what I mean? And that's going to happen. It happens anytime you're trying to refine, you know, that's where it all occurs. Want to buy Hot Mom duping service, 5,000 gold. Oh, that's funny. Oh, and Rive comes in. Surprisingly, when Rive comes in, I have 69 viewers. I don't know if that's a coincidence. I think that was just destiny right there. But yeah, I mean, so Tanko got banned, right? One of the people from Polar. And honestly, I don't know what were there. That was the one thing that I saw, but was that the only name? Oh, King of Polar. So that was from Vice. So the only person so far that has gotten banned from Polar is Tanko. And wasn't Tanko the weaponsmith or the armor smith in that in Ashes? Like, am I saying that correctly? He protects his bots. They've been so light with bans always, bro. There's no mistakes here. Like, so I'm not saying that there's zero mistakes. I mean, every company can have a mistake, but I think a lot of the people that are crying innocence are also, bro, again, the gaslighting that happened to me, that's happened to so many people. When anything goes on in this game that ends up actually being fucking true, the gaslighting is so, like, we can literally like just light up a flame that can be seen for thousands of miles with this gas. Like, it's crazy. And so I think, again, right, like, it's like, I understand the whole innocence till proven guilty, but what's funnier to me is the things that I've already seen. It's like it's just borderline pathetic. You know what I mean? Like, it's pathetic. And I think honestly too, I'm not saying that I don't want Intrepid to listen to certain individuals, right? Like, if they go in, they want to, you know, what is it? Not ban, but if they want to go and if they want to go and do whatchamacallit, the appeals. Sorry, I was blanking on the word. But if they want to appeal the ban, go right ahead. Do you know what I mean? Like, go right ahead. I think honestly, at the end of the day, like, if you feel legitimately like wronged by this, then go, by all means, like, do your appeal. But I think at the end of the day, excuse me, but at the end of the day, like, you're like, this shit would always be brought to the light. And to be honest with you, Intrepid, thank you so much for actually not, because I was so worried personally, like me, of y'all just asterixing like names. Like, okay, like, and that's why I was more focused. Like, if they were just going to say the guilds, like, cool, right? So then you can kind of see the guilds. But here's the thing too. You can invite a person that just wanted to join your guild on the 11th, and that was an early accessor who's been RMTing or also just has shady past relationships that, of course, you're not going to really know that during the interview process, right? And, you know, some guilds might be caught in the crosshair because there's like one person that, you know, is in this guild or whatever. And you can believe however what you want to believe, like what guild that is. I'm not here to, like I said, whether Polar, whether it's Aura, whether it's any of the big dogs, right? Like EBC, what is it? Unity, where's it? I saw a bunch of from Death and Taxes. There was yeah, like a bunch from them, and then there was like a Waffle House. Like, clearly, and this one too, I saw like a bunch. It was like Nina, I think, from Vina Vidivici or whatever, which is on Resna. So, I mean, my whole thing is that, like, you can kind of see patterns, right? Like, when you see like multiple fucking people in the same guild, clearly there's something going on. But also, a lot of the people that are in these guilds that have been doing this, not just since early access, but also since like phase fucking 1. Okay. Like, phase 1, Intrepid probably didn't even have the refinement of these tools, or didn't even have tools like created yet. Like, let's just be honest here. And they were probably learning through a lot of the stuff from phase 1 to now. And I just think that, you know, certain individuals, you know, are like, by an all means necessary, I'm going to cheat and I'm going to go into the game and I'm going to do whatever it is to be on top, right? And it, to me, it's just like, again, I don't mind people going hard in the game, but as soon as you start exploiting, duping, cheating, and then thinking that that's something that you should be proud of to like rub it in the other opponent, that's like, you know, whether they're doing the same thing and you just exploited or duped harder than they did, and you're like, yeah, like, I don't know, like, to me, as like the individual that doesn't cheat or doesn't do any of that shit, I find it to just be a bunch of EPing to the smallest degree. But I understand that most PvP games are very heavily competitive, right? I mean, that's how it is. Imagine cheating in a game that's going to get wiped eventually. Well, it's not even just that, right? It's the fact that none of this shit matters. Like none of it. Anything you're doing right now to the general mass or even the Ashes community itself, no one cares. Like no one cares if you got world first. No one cares if you got the like 8 mayorships. Like no one cares. Like you may care and your guild may care, but no one else does. You know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is. You know, we're all learning here. The whole point of an alpha is to learn. Like to claim any kind of dominance or any kind of like besting. It's an alpha. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just my thing. It's literally an alpha. Spectral, thank you so much for the follow, brother. Thank you. I don't, people spending thousands. So that was the other thing too. So, you know, and we saw this actually in the original, like, remember that stream when Polar like did all these screenshots or whatever? It was TMX that did all these screenshots, and we saw like that receipt of like almost $2,500 or something like that that was on that screenshot or whatever that Finney posted or whatever. Dude, Finney made bank like selling shit in Ashes of Creation since phase 1. And again, he's one person, dude, one person. And I believe he got an upwards of like over $50,000. Like I can't confirm like how much exact money he did, but someone told me he made an upwards of over $50,000. One person, one individual, 50,000 plus, like probably even more. I don't even fucking know. But that to me is like wild. Steven claimed they had tools in phase 1 though. I have Shoal that he touted. There's also were several instances he simply slapped repeat offenders on the wrist, allowing things to get worse. Well, I think again, there was also not just the learning in their back end tools, but also learning in their own philosophy, right? Because at the end of the day, they probably thought, well, this is just an alpha. Like clearly no one's going to give a shit, right? Like, I mean, and I kind of thought that too, to an extent, but man, I was surprised in phase 1 of just how hard people were gonna fucking go in this game. Like seriously, like that was a very wild thing. So I really don't know. I really don't know if Intrepid, I believe Steven, he had the Eye of Shoal, cool, but I believe it was like in the same state the Harbingers event is in phase 1. It was probably there, but it was bugged to shit. Probably wasn't working right. Probably wasn't working like 90% of the time. And of course, just like any tool, it needs refinement, right? It needs certain data sets. It needs certain things to pull from. And they probably learn from there to now. And now they can be like, look, this has gotten out of hand. And if you hear Steven and how his philosophy has literally evolved and changed to now, I think he's just gotten sick of it. Good. Like we've all are sick of it. Like all of us are fucking sick of it. It's nutty. They figured me out. I was in the list. Oh my God. Redbeard, dude. Like it's literally wild. Let me see. I'm glad these morons are doing it now. It helps Ashes set up more and more tools to combat this crap before the game comes out. Well, absolutely. And this is why I said yesterday that as much as it sucks to see like botting, to see like, because again, I've seen so many fucking people that are like, the botting is like out of control. And it's like, for me, yeah, like I agree, it's out of control. But dude, what MMO that you started when it came out and launched didn't have a botting problem? Like, please name me that MMO and we'll all go play it, because every MMO has a huge ass botting problem. Any MMO that comes out is like immediate botting problem. So my whole thing is that Intrepid was never going to be that one to just defeat the bots like overnight. You know what I mean? Tibia, but that came out in 1997. Touche. I mean, we didn't have like Python scripts back in 1997, I guess. Nothing can fix Armor and T, but botting, yeah, that can be fixed. It can't be totally fixed, but it can be completely, like, not completely, but it can be mitigated to a heavy extent. And I think that's where a lot of other companies don't mitigate it as much. There's some that do, a lot that don't. And I think right now for Intrepid, and you know, my personal feedback, and when I see this list of like all these different guilds, all these different people. I kind of want to go and like go slowly to see if I recognize anybody from Resna. Uh, I should probably do. Let me actually do something real fast. Let me make a Google spreadsheet, and that way I can like actually see people from Shoal, like just from my server, to see if I recognized anybody. Let me see Google Sheets. Let me see. Is that the list you got open there? It is the list, the infamous, the dreaded, run from it, do everything you want from it. But hey, this is the list. I just want to put it on a spreadsheet. That way I can kind of sort it out better. All right. So here we go. Let me just go down here. Copy, paste. There we go. All right, here we go. So dude, oh my god, now you're gonna see how lame I am at spreadsheets. How can I get just the Resna? I'm gonna have to do like a fill-in box, right? And I don't know how to fucking use Google Sheets that well either. I'm exposed. Create a filter. Okay, create a filter. Okay. Remove filter. Okay. Where did the filter go? Am I just not seeing it? Control F. Well, if I do Shoal, okay. I guess that will be good. Site or right click column and sort A to Z. I don't even see a sort button. See drop down maybe? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, it's cool. We'll just do it the old fashioned way. Let me see. Click the line. Click the 3 lines, bro. Holy. Okay. Click the 3 lines. Okay. Sort to A to Z. Got you. Thank you. Yes. I'm an idiot. Like I've said this many times. If you're watching me, I am a fucking idiot. I do not know things. Okay. There we go. This is fine. Okay, so Element, I've never even heard of that guild on Shoal. After Party, never heard of them. Enterprise Corp, never heard of them. Sorry, I'm not reading chat right now. I'm just kind of looking through real fast. Tempest of Light. None of these names kind of stand out to me. Here, let me move this real quick just so y'all can see it better. Non-factors, barbarians, crafters of unity. Here we go. Gucci ideal. I see luck. Gatherers of unity. So basically all of the unity people. I haven't even heard of that guild either. Hassenpfeffer. My God. KDS. Another Hand of Unity. Pandemonium. It's like all these guilds. Big Pink. That's wild. The fact that guy came back 3 times is nutty. Well, Hunt. Dang, more crafters of unity? Jesus Christ. They were probably one of those guilds that just like That's all they did probably was like RMT. The reason for these bans was um I think they said duping, right? Or what did Steven say in Discord? That this was due to like duping an RMT, yeah. So this was like the whole like duping fiasco that we basically got. Kind of want to make a guild called Second Chance and get all the cheaters who made new accounts in it. Jesus. Yeah, two lists, one dupe, one RMT. So this literally isn't even anything due to like exploiting certain systems. And this, I don't even think this even includes yet the purchasing of RMT. So this RMT list is literally the people that were like spamming basically in chat, that basically were just the ones like the sellers, quote unquote. But we don't even have a list of any buyers yet, like the people actually buying RMT yet. See, these bans are only related to buying gold and duping. More is being added. Yeah, I know there's a whole bunch being added, and I think Steven said potentially next week we can get some stuff. So yeah. Here, give me 1 second. Why do I have like 18 messages? Like who's sorry, I'm just getting a whole bunch of people that are just like okay, here we go. Let me see. I heard we should have some other names tonight on stream too. Yeah, I mean, there's, like I said, there's people. So all of these, all the guilds that at least on Shoal, I've never heard of. Like I never heard of any of the Unity people. I haven't even seen them in game really. And then the Mirror Vikings, Roller, like none of these people I've. Wild Hunt, unknown. A lot of these people are just like not even in a guild, or they dropped guild before all this shit happened. I really wish Intrepid would have been like, if the person was ever in a guild, like if that could have been like, if it would have said something like you know, like Wild Hunt previously, you know what I mean? So it's like they're technically not, they're guildless now, but they were previously in this other guild. I really wish that would have been something they could have added, you know what I mean? Just something, you know, different. Let me see. Wait, is there an AOC stream tonight by the devs? Not that I know of. I believe the January live stream is not going to happen until the 30th, last Friday of the month. Hands of Unity was one from the EU Lotharia. Interesting. Let me see. There's a guy named Fall Guy in the guild Redacted. Oh my God. That's wild. Oh shit. Let me do this because sorry, I forgot about the people that are watching on. They're not even seeing the list because I have it on vertical too, and they can't see like all the people. So just gonna move it there. Let me see. L streamer. I know. I'm fucking still learning. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I think Intrepid is gonna have to release too. To me, I feel like this list is, as much as like I feel like this is like a good list, I don't think this even covers or scratches like all of the shit that's been going on with everything. Like this does not encompass like everything that's been going on like at all. There's a dude on the RMT ban list that griefed me on stream. Or Rat got what he deserved. Let me see. My nerd boner is only 20% at this list. We need more. Oh, dude, we definitely need more. We need more. Let me see some. There's some Omega obvious cheaters that haven't been popped. Makes me think the next wave is coming. Oh, for sure. Like there's things that like I said, certain individuals that have claimed that they have not done anything, they are innocent. And there's some individuals that I've heard are also taking a break right now because the game just, is in a super bad state, guys. And they just don't know when they're going to come back because game bad. Even though I never stopped them before. But it's always convenient when it happens. Aimbot-tron, no way, that fucking guy's legit. Yeah. I mean, it's funny, like, even to see Finney's name here, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot. And what's crazy, like, Finney's on here and he's on Letheria. Like, wasn't he on Resna? Or did he have, like, a whole, like, didn't he have a whole other guild or something like that in Resna too? So they, like split? It's just funny how it says Letheria when I knew he was in Resna. Let me see. It's true though, game shit. It is shit. Like it's super bad right now. But that's never stopped people before, especially a lot of the hardcore guilds. The game being bad has never stopped them from doing it until something happens and then they have to take a break. Happened in phase 2, if you guys remember. I'm kind of new to Ashes. Can you give a TLDR? So basically what's been going on since early access is there's been a lot of botting, a lot of heavy RMT, and there was a major duping exploit that occurred where you could duplicate materials and even crafted items over and over and over and over and over again. And so there were certain guilds that were literally decked out in these really high-end gear sets that were physically impossible to have at that rarity. And they got caught. And one of the guild leaders in Polar, the guild leader of Polar, T Muggsy, did this whole expose on Finney. And Finney was one of the people from EBC who, admitted that he's been RMTing for the entire phase or the entire Alpha 2, basically. And basically, like, out of all of that, Intrepid and the community, or mostly the community, has been shouting to Intrepid to do something about all this because it's gotten super out of hand. It's, and Steven had a philosophy and something that like, oh, we're not going to do a wall of shame because that's what we've always wanted, this wall of shame, to keep people accountable, to know names, know guilds that are doing shit. And so, yeah, since day 1, phase 1. Yeah, I know, like since basically Alpha 2 started. So, so this is kind of like a change in philosophy for Intrepid. And I think it's good. I think it's awesome. I think it's super healthy that this, and I really hope that this list, and this is like really what I want, is like when you go like to ashesofcreation.com, and I did mean this, like I want, whenever you go to the website, you literally see wall of shame here. Like, I'm not joking. You have no idea. Like, if you're a non-Ashes person and you're like, I'm going to go check out Ashes of Creation, and then you go here and you see that there's actually like a wall of shame of all the people that have been permanently banned because they've cheated, they've RMT'd, they've botted, they've duped. Like, you might think it like, holy shit, this is a lot of people. This is kind of funny, but a company that actually gives a shit about getting rid of these fuckers, you know what I mean? Like, what other MMO has fucking done that? You know what I mean? Like, no, like, you're not going to go to fucking battle.net and see a wall of shame. You're not going to go to FinalFantasy14.com and see a wall of shame. Like, none of these big MMOs do that. I think that would be something very specific to Ashes that could promote, like, in a way for new players to say, like, wow, these devs actually give a shit about removing this shit in game. And I think that's ultimately like what I want. Like, I want this to actually be something that's fully fucking integrated and consistently updated as well. So you can just go down the wall of shame and see every single person from like early access to, beta to live launch. And you can just go through all the fucking names, all the guilds that have been on there. Once Human did a wall of shame. Yeah. And I think because to me it's a no-brainer. Like if I was in Intrepid in some kind of capacity that can make these kind of decisions, I would fully fucking promote that. I think it's good. I think it's a really, really good thing. Let me see. If they wanted them gone, they would do preventative measures. Doing bans retroactively makes it seem like they're taking advantage of box sales. And again, I don't think they're taking advantage of box sales. Like it's funny to me, like every time when we get something that's good, like there's always people that try to spin it in this negative light towards Intrepid. Like, and I get it. Like if you feel like you have like you've been wronged, or like, you know, Intrepid has been doing a lot of like, you know, not so good decisions, you know, as far as like releasing early access on Steam, you know, the Harbingers thing. I get it, but I feel like this is a good thing, right? Like this is ultimately a good thing, a good philosophy to go forward. Will they need to honestly just do like an upkeep and more preventative measures and barriers of like, you know, IP bans, hardware bans, Steam bans, which someone said in my chat earlier that Steven is actually going to give this list to Steam, and those people will have a Steam ban, which is good. The more that it gets fucking annoying to play a game you're banned from is good, because the hardcore RMTers will try until it just gets so unprofitable, because they're constantly like getting perma'd and they have to create another one and they don't have enough time, especially for how grindy Ashes of Creation is. If their bots can't even get through a day or two before getting perma'd, it's not worth their time. They can go to any other fucking game and be completely untouched and RMT to their heart's content. But here, if Ashes is stomping them to the fucking ground each time, it's just gonna get to the point where they're just like, fuck this. Like I'm out. You know what I mean? Like I don't wanna deal with this shit anymore. Your XL is messed up when you sorted that column is not in the others. So move it to the servers, not in guild or names. Is it? I was just trying to, originally, I just wanted to see all the people on Shoal, because that's the server that I'm from. So, I mean, we can go back to this list. I mean, it don't matter to me. That's why you didn't recognize guilds on Shoal. Is it? Did I fuck it up? Look, I'm just gonna look on here. I'm not gonna figure out Google. Like I probably should have been more prepared. I wasn't. I totally fucking apologize. Let me see. Maybe for the small fish, but big fish just keep going forever. All the new accounts are purchased with stolen information / cards, so it's a lose-lose for the company. Yeah, it is. It's, and again, it's like the company trying to do its due diligence in trying to basically block off. Like you're always going to have people that sneak in that go bypassed everything. But I don't like it whenever we say like, hey, we need to do hardware bans. Hey, we need to do IP bans. Hey, we need to do this. And all it is just like people saying, oh, but people can bypass it. So that just means we shouldn't do anything then? Oh, because they can bypass it, we should just let it be super easy then? No, like, of course not. Like we literally have to do more to make sure that we get these people to just stop playing, right? Like that's literally what the whole goal is. The only guilds I recognize on Shoal are Machina Ninjas and Solo, who I see a lot of New Ayla. Okay. But Steven said there should be an anti-bot solution in a week or two. And that's what I'm saying. Like, and I'm pretty sure that this is lit in the fire under the engineers to be like, hey, we got to do this. We got to make sure that we, you know, like we need to stop this now, because if we just keep coasting, it's going to end up rolling into some bigger issue down the road. And that's a very true statement. It's only going to get worse. If nothing is done and we just keep concentrating on releasing content, releasing new systems, while duping is getting out of control, while exploits are getting out of control, while RMT and botting get out of control, it's going to get so big of a problem where they're going to have to deal with it then when it's so much more of an issue. It's better to just tackle this shit now. Like it really is. Like it's just do that shit now. See, the fact that Resna had the most people getting banned is insane. I want to see the fucking wall of shame. I don't care if feelings get hurt, but we need that. And we do, and we have it. Like I said, this is it right here. You know what I mean? Like this is all the people that have been like their accounts permanently banned, which is a really, really good thing. I think the community is hyper focused on the wrong thing. None of this matters at this point of the game. We all know this shit is going to get wiped a few more times before launch. At the pace the game is developing, it will never release. No, it will. 100% will. And to me, it's a matter of like when people have their own expectation of when they want the game released. If I had my way, we would have had Alpha 2 in 2023, but yet we had it in 2024. It's never going to happen when we want it to, but this is something clear that does matter. Like, do I agree with you saying that the alpha in general doesn't matter? Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, it's true. It's going to wipe in a few months all this effort of people, of all these people like grinding gear, grinding levels. It's all going to be moot because now we're wiped. Now we have to start all over again. But the data is still matters. This data they're getting, because I know a lot of people in Discord were saying, oh, this data is so tainted, like they need to just start over and wipe. It's like, no, tainted data is good data. It is, because if they start seeing the same exact patterns like come towards beta or towards launch when they've seen this before, then they know now hopefully how to react to it. If they just keep constantly with this mindset of, oh, shit's fucked up, let's wipe. Oh, this shit's fucked up, let's wipe. Oh, this shit's fucked up, let's wipe. Like, it's going to be really, really bad for us in the beta or in live when now you have no choice but to deal with it and not wipe, because now we're launched. Like, this is it. Like, can you imagine how like embarrassing it could be to literally wipe post launch? Like, that could be a huge death nail in the coffin. I mean, look what happened to Final Fantasy 14. You know, Final Fantasy 14 was in a 1.0 state, and then they had to literally start all over basically. And then 2.0 came out with Realm Reborn, and a whole, like, the player base just dropped completely. And of course they kept coming, they kept going, thankfully. But I mean, that's usually a death nail in the coffin. You see, I agree with this. They need to get their core systems into a stable state. Everything builds off of those systems. So anything they build on top of a broken or unfinished system breaks things down the line. Yeah, exactly. Like, it gets so bad. The further they just not pay attention to it, basically. Let me see, the bans need to happen now, no matter if it's alpha or beta. The sooner they can track all of the flaws in the game and get rid of them, it will help the game later. 100%. 100%. Like, this is an astounding good thing. And I just don't agree that, oh, the mentality should just be wipe. Like, and I'm like I said, I advocated to not have the phase 3 launch when it did. I thought we should have been pushed out. But as soon as phase 3 started, I wrote up a Reddit post literally the week of phase 3 to say we need a wipe when Harbingers comes out. And that was in November. So it came out in September. I was advocating for wipe in November. Everybody told me, Vlad, you're an idiot. It's too early. No, in November it'd be too early. That's a terrible decision. You're an idiot, blah, blah, blah. Of course, by the time we rolled around to like mid-October, people were already kind of advocating for a wipe, because I already saw the fucking writing on the wall the first fucking week. And then people saw the writing on the wall, you know, after that. But yeah, it was beyond terrible. It was literally beyond terrible. And, and I feel like we need to get to a point of Intrepid's tools being better. And I do feel like there's probably some people on here, like some people on this list that probably shouldn't have been on this list. I do believe that false positives happened, but I also believe that I would say 98% of the people on this list probably were doing the shit that they got banned for. Like, I'm going to say it. Like, I mean, I really do. Let me see, you may not care, but a lot of people do. I've been through this through 5 phases now, and this is the first time they have been like, look, we know this is fucked, let's do something. Yeah, for sure. Let me see, I'll believe it when I see it. The game has not shown any significant progress since start of P2. They have done ban wave since P1, but at best since the P2 they have become stagnant. I wouldn't say they become stagnant. I just feel like when it comes to content, for some reason we have yet to have like more game loops in that sense. Zen Marksman, thank you so much for the sub, brother. And Nuk Toldar, thank you so much for the follow. And Burnt Out Brother, thank you so much for the follow. And then we got Spectral Oof, thank you so much for the follow as well. Thank you. Let me see, this is all entertaining, but the real question is Vladis doing a hot tub stream? Ooh. I don't have a hot tub. I would love one. I really would love one, but no, unfortunately, I'm not doing one. Let me see. Let me see. It's not even about the game loops. It's about the completed. It's about not having one completed feature. Well, and again, in an alpha, you're always going to have a lot of incomplete systems. It's rare. The conversations I've had, it is super rare that you'll have an actual completed system in an early alpha. And we are a year in, but some alphas internally are like 2 to 3 years. Like, and then they'll go into like the like more of an open alpha or something a little bit later on. But I don't have that experience. Like, again, I've always been very transparent. I've never tested a closed alpha under NDA from an unfinished MMORPG. I've never done that. But the conversations that I've heard from a lot of testers that have said Ashes is way more fucking polished than any of those tests they have done. So, like, that's it. Let me see. They completed everything being dog shit. Well, I mean, I feel like they completed a lot of the stuff that is still, like, I don't feel like they really completed anything, but I mean, I understand what you're trying to say, right? But it's just one of those things that, like, classes, questing, levels, augments, like, there's still so many systems. And even if you look at it like a system being like complete, like sports fishing, like, is a completed kind of game loop right now. I don't know what more you can add to that particular system, but I mean, it is what it is right now. And let me see, Intrepid has been in development for 7 years, and they can't have a working friends list. Like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What's unfinished? Does the crafting function? Yes, copy paste new items into craft GG. That's what I mean, right? There is a lot of systems that do work to an extent, but it doesn't mean that we got to just stop refining. We got to stop doing them. To me, I feel like I think the most work we need to go into it is UI and questing. Like, that to me is like the most amount of work that we need to get into. Then it gives us a report button in game. It's still crazy. It doesn't exist. Yeah, I completely agree. Like, being able to right click on a name and just report them for suspicious behavior, whether it's like botting or whatever. Like, even Blizzard has it. Like, you can right click and like report them because they're harassing you, their name offends you, or like, I forgot what the options were for Blizzard, but like, you can literally have this. To me, it's like the same thing. Let me see. I've always said open development was a mistake, but regardless, it's over a year into the Alpha 2 stage and we don't have a single completed system. Well, again, this is why I think most of us, and I include myself in this, aren't meant to be in a persistent alpha. I think this is why a lot of closed, or a lot of multi-billion-dollar games do closed alphas, and they do it in these sprints where the testers only really test for like a month or 2 weeks, and then they go like dead. I honestly feel like a persistent alpha is really, it could be very detrimental to the base you're trying to serve, because some people just can't help themselves by playing a broken game. Because let's be honest, a lot of launch games are fucking beyond broken, and you get just so agitated and aggravated and just upset. And I feel like those people aren't even going to make it to the launch of Ashes of Creation. You know, this is why I try to treat Ashes of Creation, like when I play on stream or when I do stuff, like to be at a very, like, as long as I'm having fun, I'm good. Like, do I need to be super competitive and beat my head against the wall? No, not at all. And I do feel like the people that are doing that, like, I just don't know. And there were so many guilds, bro. And you know them. Like, if you've been in the Ashes community long enough, you were in here for 2022, 2023. How many guilds were advertising and saying, oh, we're here for the long haul. We're going to be here till the game dies. We're not going anywhere. This guild, we've been here since 2017. Our guild isn't going anywhere. It's crazy how many guilds that you would have seen in 2023 or 2022 that don't even exist today. Fucking wild. Let me see if they do it like BG3, they can and then it could be great. BG3 set open development and alpha to launch. Yeah, they were in early access for 3 years. But let's not, you know, let's not call a spade, right? But they only had, I think, 2,000 to 3,000 testers every month for 3 years. They had a very, 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 very small base of people like testing Baldur's Gate 3. And Baldur's Gate 3, of course, isn't a live service game in the typical sense of like um, like an MMORPG, right? Like to me, I kind of consider it more like I mean, yes, it's a group game, but it's like it's like a single player game. It's a CRPG, right? I mean, it kind of is what it is. Let me see. Did you get your ears lowered or new glasses? No, I've had my haircut. Just, you know, but yeah, maybe, maybe you haven't seen me in a while, Zen. Let me see. We still don't even have archetypes. Yeah, we don't have a lot of things, man. We don't have completed settlements. We don't have like, but again, I knew that going into it. Like, I think some people just had expectations that they just arrived to in their own head. Because Intrepid's never promised that they were going to have like completed systems in this alpha. So I think people just had these expectations of like, oh, well, we should be at this point, and at this time. And because, you know, it failed in their own minds, they're like, well, what the hell is this company doing? Right? Like, you can't please anybody. And it just gets all ridiculous and out of control. Like, it gets wild. When do I recommend it though? I make sure to tell them to play it with the expectation that this is a game. I mean, I would say that this isn't really it is a game, but it's definitely more of an alpha test for sure. I mean, and it's going to end up being a game, but right now, like, the game loops are so broken, and that's what happens in alphas. Game loops are beyond fucking broken. Let me see. The recent post about the sports fishing dev discussion was a Vec on the River Stalker in the middle of the ocean. It's got a cool armor, but no one has that kind of gear. It would be cool to have deep sea fishing. Well, again, the gearing too. Like, there's so many sets of gear that we saw from pre-order packs that we have yet to even see in game yet. Like, there's a lot of shit, like, especially when it comes to cosmetics, that we have yet to even see the light of day of. Let me see, bro. I don't think it's crazy to expect Harbingers to at least be testable when the last 90 days. No, I completely agree with you. To me, it was a travesty, the fact that you launched a marquee system like as like early access, Harbingers, the thing, and then you have brand new people that want to try to do this system. You have no like baby Harbinger events in the starting zone. You don't even have the actual event working before you release it. Like, that was just a big L, like, overall. And I'm pretty sure Intrepid knows that. They're not over here patting themselves on the back saying like, oh my God, guys, look at our Harbingers event. It's so good. Like, I don't think anybody Intrepid is saying that, you know, just like anything else. It's like, we thought it was going to be in a good state. We thought it was going to be working. Maybe their internal QL, everything was going all by the numbers, and then it fucking releases and then it fucking breaks. You know what I'm saying? So it's just them, those are the breaks, you know, the breaks. Let me see. They were tweeting about Harbingers drops today. Yeah, I know. Like, I feel that was a little bit ill timed, to be honest with you, because I did see the comments on that tweet. It was not good. Let me see. I think the biggest L was releasing it right before the holidays. Huge mistake, in my opinion. Well, and that's what they did with phase 2. They launched phase 2 in 2024 in December 20th. And I was like, bro, like, why did y'all release it knowing y'all were going to go like away for like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks? Like, that to me just didn't make sense. Let me see. Alpha definitely has some issues, and as someone who's played MMO since UO, I'm excited for what I've seen. It's been a very long time since I've played a game with an old school feel. And I think a lot of people feel that way. And that's why I think a lot of people have faith in Ashes of Creation. But I think there's just a lot of people that are beyond jaded, that expected a faster development, that expected things to be done quicker. And because it's not going at their pace, they're just upset overall. And again, they're not leaving. They're just upset. So, I mean, my whole thing is like, it's fine. Like, I don't saying you shouldn't be upset. Like, go ahead, be upset. However, you do have to understand that, you know, sometimes shit's not going to go out your own timeline. Again, if I had it to be my timeline, we would have had Alpha 2 since 2023, but that clearly wasn't the case. Let me see. Failure in as much as issues. It's a recognition of failure. They would have started to gain my trust back if they could be real about what they have fucked up. And I think if Steven, you know, and the team could have probably done better when it comes to, when it comes to that, you know, during this live streams and stuff. But I feel like there's some times where he does talk about like the mishaps and the over promising, or, you know, like, yeah, like, you know, this thing just happened or whatever. This is gonna be very interesting discussion, or not dev discussion, a live stream this January, because out of all the stuff that's happened from early access to now, since we've had the last live stream to this coming up live stream, there's really a lot to talk about. And I think there's a lot to express to the community, like, especially if I was Steven or Margaret. And so when's the live stream? The live stream should be on the 30th of January. It should be. I just got an ad for Crisis Line. Is it because I play Ashes? Oh my god, that's wild. To be honest, Steven sets expectations, and a lot of the various phase roadmaps and were that were never met is a lot of the reason for disappointment for most people. Yeah, I mean, and I think you're never ever going to please everyone. You're never ever going to, and I believe Steven is a very good person, or not very good. He's a good dude, but I feel like he's a very good talker. Like when he talks, like he talks very emotionally, he talks very passionately. And I think, you know, that's where the faith comes from. But there's also a lot of people that feel like that it's not genuine. Like I've heard people say that they feel like he's just coming at it from a salesman tactic. Like he's not actually being real. And I can't convince you. If that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. But at the end of the day, for me, all I can do is continue to leave feedback. And as a gamer, I will be frustrated and I will be upset and I will be happy and I will be excited. Because just like Steven, when he was playing Lineage or Arcade, he did the same thing as a gamer. When I don't know who did Arcade, was the Cacao Games that created Arcade, but whenever they made a decision, he would get excited. If they made a shitty decision, he would be pissed, right? I mean, it's the same thing. I just feel like I just want to be respectful. You know what I mean? That's it. Like, I just want to be respectful about it. And there's some people who choose not to be, and that's fine. That's on you. But on me, I'm just going to try to be respectful about it because I want this game to grow. I want this game to succeed. And I want to have that dialogue with them to be able to leave feedback, let them know how I feel, and just make the game better. You know what I mean? That's all I want to do. I think the community needs to actually start putting pressure on Intrepid instead of always just giving them its alpha and things that should make the game pass. I'd be fired at my job if it made this little progress in that amount of time. And I think honestly, that's what we've been doing, right? Like, I'm not saying that they should be given 10 years to do this alpha. You know what I mean? Like, I think there comes a time to like realize that you got to put your feet to the fire. But I will say this, that when it comes to other companies and how fast they put out content compared to Intrepid, I think Intrepid was quite fucking fast. And I've said that like yesterday on stream. I've said that many times before. So, but we have been putting pressure. I think a lot of the community has been putting pressure. Let me see. If he would have ended up ostracizing the names out of the wall of shame, I would have stopped playing and played something else instead, to be honest. Well, I think it's going to be very interesting to see like the updates to the list. And what are you doing? Here, are you gonna go to sleep? 1 second. Come here. You ready to go night? Bye. Be right back. All right. Sorry, my daughter likes me to put her to bed, not mom. So sorry about that. Anyway, but yes, and again, the conversations I've had with the devs, like I know they're working hard, but if anybody's gonna beat themselves up, it's them. Like seriously. Like, I mean, these are passionate people. These are the people I've talked to. And again, I think holding people accountable and putting pressure on, like, I feel like we've been doing that because they feel the pressure. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody's just lackadaisically moving at Intrepid, you know, but this is a big ass game. I mean, these systems are literally fucking so interconnected. Like if we had a basic ass MMO on our hands, right? Like if we just had another like vanilla WoW clone where every system's just so separated and everything is not interconnected, we would have probably been in a very good state at this point in time. Sadly, that's not Ashes of Creation. the settlement system alone and how interconnected that is with just all the other ancillary systems, which technically aren't even ancillary because they're other major systems that communicate with that. It's wild. You know what I mean? She must have taken after her mom. No, she looks like me. But yeah, I just think that it's just one of those things where, you know, if you aren't happy with the current state of things and all you're doing is complaining, well, let's come up with some solutions. Like, what can they do? What do you want them to focus on? What to you is the biggest thing of accountability that we want to put in pressure on? Harbingers, right, is the first one. I think this next major patch, which we haven't even been told, like, I believe Margaret said something, I think in Alpha 2 General, about like, hey, we're going to be doing an upcoming PTR or something like that. But we haven't heard that in the Alpha 2 news. Like, I don't know why that wouldn't be said, like, hey, like, we're cooking something up, guys. It'd be pretty big. Because I thought it would have been at least yesterday that we would have got a patch. Usually it's always like the first week after they come back from break. But because they're dealing with all the RMT, the cheating, the exploits, the duping, I feel like that definitely took away time from the team to focus on that, to then go back to like working on the update and everything like that. So it's just one of those things that I think it's going to be some time. And I don't know if that's going to be next week. I hope it's next week, but man, like, to me, I feel like living in this state of the game is going to be a little rough for a lot of people. If they had at least one finished system, I believe we weren't being lackadaisical. They also just lost their main dev for dynamic grading. Intrepid doesn't seem to have a great retention. I mean, Hunter was there for a while, but you have to understand, like, great retention in a gaming company is like, if you have people there for 2 or 3 years, that's pretty damn good retention. Like, because most of the gaming companies have like 6 months, you're off somewhere else. Like, because again, a lot of the gaming companies suck to work at. Like, they just are. Like, the conditions are not good. And from the conversations I've had or with people, it's pretty damn good at Intrepid comparatively to some of these other gaming companies. Let me see. I have complained as well. Game feels made for boomers and not for generating new player base in the younger demographic. Yeah, I think, I don't even know if they're even trying to focus on the younger demographic, because Ashes of Creation, I think, definitely speaks more to like people that are over the age of 35 plus. And I think that's why you have a bunch of like the Riot people that are waiting for like Riot's MMO, because that's probably going to be more for like the Gen Zers, right? Like, well, I mean, we'll see what happens, but I believe that MMO is not going to come out till sometime after 2030. Personally, I think we have a whiles away to wait for the Riot MMO. Tech industry is in the shitter right now too, so mass layoffs is a low bar and actually a big deal right now. It is. And I think actually the last time they talked about their retention rate, it was like less than 3%, which the industry average at a gaming company is like over 15 to 20%. So that's kind of nuts. You know what I mean? If you want to talk about retention, people in gaming companies usually get laid off. People at Intrepid are willingly leaving. I don't think it's about willingly leaving. Like, I think Hunter just probably got a better opportunity working at Epic. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's not, I think people have this big like Hunter left all upset and shit. Like, I don't think that was the case at all. I think he just got a better opportunity at Epic. And Intrepid's like, yeah, man, just fucking go for it. You know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna fucking stop you. I don't, it's just funny to me, like, some people want to paint like Intrepid in this like super negative light. Like, it's kind of wild to me. Where did you get Listek, the dynamic grading engineer, left? Or that it was Hunter. Wasn't Hunter the person who left? I could have sworn it was. Maybe I'm wrong. But I thought he was the Hunter is him. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. I was like, I thought his name was Hunter, but okay. I would leave Epic too. No offense to Intrepid, or I would leave for Epic too. No offense. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, it was probably a great opportunity and he proved himself at Intrepid. That's what most people do. Like, if you're at a company for 2 to 3 years, like, it's really not advantageous for you to stay at that company. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, I mean, it happens in insurance all the time. Like, you always want to go and like promote yourself to other companies and be like, and to say like, this is what I did at my previous company, and then get like that pay bump, right? That's what everybody wants, right? Like, you can't stay at a company and expect the same kind of a wage bump at your current company. Like, it's better to onboard a brand new person at that point, to get your money, right? Let me see. Yeah, you don't stay at a company for 2 to 3 years. If you want a pay raise, you wait 2 years, maybe 3, long time. 44 and hop, or maybe 4 and hop companies. Yeah, I mean, that's how it at least works in insurance, man. Like, you never want to just stay at a company the whole time. But so like I said, there were some things that, here, let me do this real fast just to make sure. 1 second. Why is the big studio can't hire 2 to 4 GM masters that can check and ban and put jailbots and exploiters in real time, like they do in private MMO server owners? Well, I just feel like it comes down to what they want to currently hire for now in the alpha. But Steven did say that they were going to hire GMs in the beta. I just think that it's just a little too soon. Let me see, bro. Their lead dev for the dynamic grading left, and not everyone wants to see the bad side of it, but you only add positive spins to it. Okay. So either he left on good terms and Steven patted him on the back and said, great job, or Hunter said, fuck you, Intrepid, I'm out skis. I got a better, like, okay, either one. Pick one. Like, whatever you want. Like, whatever fits your imagination better, go right ahead. Fill it in. Like, I don't know, man. Like, to me, it's wild to me that people want to paint a negative thing on Intrepid. That's my thing. Like, I'd rather be optimistic, but if you want to be pessimistic, I'm not going to stop you. Go right ahead. Think, go and tell people, yeah, Hunter, yeah, he left on totally bad terms. Him and Steven had this whole fight out in the cafeteria, and then he said, fuck you, Steven, I'm out. And then that's what happened, guys. Like, clearly. Let me see. In 7D, 2D in alpha for 10 years, 10 months. That's not how long in total it took to get to 1.0 or 14 years. And that's not even close to the scope of AOC. Yeah, that's fucking wild long. Let me see, bro, Vladis, you got a book everyone's looking now? I do? Okay, just making sure I got it. Let me see. I don't think he left on bad terms out of rage or whatever, or was fired angrily. He's still in Discord and still around, comes off to me as a positive engagement. Yeah, I mean, it's like the same thing with like when Bacon left. Bacon left Amazon, and it was just like, hey, like he probably got a better opportunity working at Amazon, which I think he did because he wanted to work from home, and I think he couldn't do that in Intrepid. Like, who the hell wouldn't want to work at home? Which means dynamic grading is now years behind. I don't think it's years behind. Like, I mean, I don't know, and I can't confirm if Hunter was the literal brainchild of dynamic gridding, and without Hunter, like no one else, like the other 9 people or 8 people that were in the team with him are just so like, we have no idea how this works. We were just asking Hunter everything. Like, I don't know if it was like that. It could be like that, but I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, it's just how you want to frame it. Like, and again, you can frame it however way you want. Stephen lies and Nars are correct. All right. Let me see. Just joined. What's the scoop? Did you get the list, or is it cascadely delayed? No, it's right here. It's right here. There's the whole list. This is the whole duping exploit list that occurred, and there's a whole bunch of names on it. Whole bunch of names. So if you want to go to Alpha 2 News in the Discord, it's all there. And if you want to look at the people that were in chat spamming to go to their MMO gold spending site, these are all of the characters. Of course, there's no guild attached because they were just spamming chat to like come to their MMO RMT website. And this is all the RMTers that have gotten banned in the past 30 days. So all of those reports, all of those things that people were leaving paid off. I mean, I was actually curious because I sent a couple of screenshots and I was wanting to just look up the ones that I reported to see if they were actually banned. But this is also, to give you context, not the completed Wall of Shame list. Steven did say in Discord, apparently I can't even see it because idiot. So this is basically the list here. Sorry. This is the whole ban list for RMT spam. All of the people that were banned here. A lot of names. And then these are the actioned players. So this has the guilds attached to them with the player name. And these are all the people that did the whole like duping. I don't think it was the exploiting of like phishing lures or anything like that. I think this is more of just like RMT and the duping that occurred. Let me see. Narc was so correct. He had to shut down his channel and start a whole new one. Do you have the Finny list or not? I do, but I was given specific orders to not release it. I can talk about it. I can talk about what's on it, but I can't show anything. I can't and I'm not going to, but I will say, why not? Because I was asked not to, and I'm going to respect the person that gave him to me. Like, I'm not just going to not respect like, oh yeah, I won't do anything on stream and then actually show everything. Like it's not my position to do that. But I will say that there was conversation that was had, and I know people are talking about Thunder right now from Vice, but there's literal screenshots of him, Thunder, talking to Finny multiple times about trades. So again, you know what I mean? Like those could have been legitimate. Those could have been something that were maybe on the up and up, maybe not. You know what I mean? Yeah, buying items at market value. Yeah, like I said, it could be. My whole thing is that because I can't show you the context, like you would have to just take my word for it. And this is why, like, again, because I can't show it, like you just have to take my word. And for me, that's why I really didn't make any kind of point in my titles or anything to say that I have the files. And because really it's like, I've seen it for myself. And I think of the person who has the files, if they want to release it, if they want to do what T Muggsy did and do a whole like forum post or like a whole Reddit post and release all the text, texting, the whole images and all that stuff, like that's going to be on him. But for me, it's the context really, right? I think that's mostly what it is. It's mostly about the context. You see, I believe you word, just read it all. I don't have to take anyone's word. I have this, I have seen the screenshots. Like I said, me too. You see, Thunder is less than innocent. That seems to be the theme. I have no ill will towards the Vice guys, but I think they probably knew something was up. Like when people buy stolen merchandise. Yeah. T Muggsy is the GOAT for making those threads. Well, I mean, I think there's always a reason why a person leaks that kind of information. And like I said, I think it's going to be very interesting to see what Intrepid does next week and like what more bans end up going out, because it's just one of those things that I think is going to end up being, if they post the list next week of the names of more GMs, of more guilds, people are going to have a way bigger reaction then than what they are right now. I think I honestly feel like the reaction right now is mid compared to what it will be if they release that list updated with those names that I've seen on screenshots. Like that's what it is. Dang, we Vice Thunder here run a pawn shop. Well, like I said, I'm not over here. I'm not trying to like throw you under the bus. All I'm saying is that I was sent screenshots and I saw conversations that were between you and Finny. And to me, like, it doesn't really paint you in a good light, is what I'll say. It doesn't really like, oh, okay, like I think Thunder is innocent. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, brother. Like it doesn't seem good, is what I'm saying. It doesn't seem good. And again, like if you applied for your appeal and you get it, cool. You know what I mean? Like, but I think if this information does get released down the road, like one way or another, like you're going to have to like back up what you're saying. Like if you had legitimately were doing everything on the up and up, you were being truthful, you weren't doing any kind of exploiting, any cheating, you weren't doing any RMT, that'll come out too. But the truth will always come out. The truth will always come out at the end. Let me see. What's the wildest thing you saw in the files, Vlad, from receipts names? What was the wildest thing you saw there? Like, I'll share with you the link here. 1 second. So this is the player action one right here. And the second one right here is the, that one right there is the one that does the 30-day spam, or the spam one on the global trade chat. I think one of the biggest things too, for me, I think the craziest thing was that one screenshot of all of the legendaries. Like it was I think I gotta count them, but it was literally over 200 legendary Braidwood, 200 what was the other one, Oak, and about 40 Weeping Willow. That all legendary. Like all of them are legendary. And it, to me, it just like, okay, we all know people, there's still people in early access that haven't even gotten a legendary, and we're supposed to believe that this one guild managed to have that many legendaries like at their disposal. I don't know. It doesn't seem right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, again, crafting the Rosarium gear in epic or even legendary quality, you know, a full set. Like knowing how hunting works right now. Are you kidding me? Like knowing how that shit works. I'm sorry. It just doesn't compute to me. I don't think it computes to a lot of people. Let me see. Is the information true that total value on China RMT site on AOC TTL transaction value was about 3 million USD? I don't think it was that much. But I if you extrapolate the fact that one RMTer, you know, made over $50,000 by himself, and you literally see a list this fucking long. Now, again, these are all characters, right? This is not accounts. But can you imagine how many accounts were here potentially doing the same thing? I mean, it's literally hundreds of thousands of dollars. I probably, in my mind, I would not doubt that people were spending like $500,000 or even over $1 million. Because there was people you saw on the screenshot that T Muggsy had from Finney of him selling one thing for like, it was like a $2,500 purchase. Like that's fucking wild. This is why you ban the buyers, supply and demand, lower that demand. No, 100%. And I've been a huge advocate of that. Zybek's been a huge advocate. I think a lot of people in the community have been a huge advocate of that. You have to fucking scare the shit out of buyers. If a supplier has that many Weeping Willow, that many Braidwood that they can't fucking move because everyone they try to talk to is like, no, I don't want to buy. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get banned. And you just have a bunch of fucking supply you can't move. It's useless. It's fucking worthless digital pixels at that point. So you have to fucking put the fear of God into every single buyer, because if they're afraid to buy, you starve the fucking sellers dry and they go to some other MMO where they can make a profit. Because I can guarantee you an RMTer isn't going to be in a game like Ashes of Creation for a week or 2 weeks with no movement in their merchandise. Like it's just not profitable at that point. They could be going anywhere else or spending their focus on another game anywhere else. It just doesn't work that way. Let me see. Off to work with the good work. Letter Grumpy, good to see you, brother. Let me see. Theory Forge has some good points on corruption / crepes and flagging and being attacked. If you have seen them in the comments, I'm pretty sure we all on the same page about that. Oh, 100%. Like I've seen his shorts. Like Theory Forge has been streaming like a shit ton, and I always watch his shorts. I'm definitely in agreement about that. There's so many systems as far as like the crates, flagging, the corruption baiting. There's so many things we need to work on UI to make it clearer and have it be just more options for having to be flagged and more options and having to be protected. And I think that's where the whole like corruption baiting has been going on, especially with mounts and stuff like that. There's so many moving parts. It's kind of crazy. Let me see. It's a Ming. Helen Wong is like the main RMT seller and G2G. Yeah, I know. It's sort of wild. Vladis, our friend, did you say you can share the info on the files, not just show the images? He wants to save those for a certain time. So can you name names, drop numbers, etc.? But I just confirmed with him. I can share the info. So I can share the info on the files, just not show the images. He wants to save. So by sharing the files, does that mean that I can literally like read them off without showing that? Is that because I don't know, like I don't know if that's compelling to people. Like, is that compelling to you guys? Do you want me to read something off that you can't see that you're just taking my word on? Like, I don't know. Like to me, you can talk about them and read them if you decide to. Yes. Let me see. Share verbally 10 most well-known names minimum. We trust you. Yes, please. Yes. Yes. Okay. 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 Let me see. Let me go here just so I don't make any mistakes, because I don't want to. Let me go here. Okay. Here we go. Hold on. Wait one second. 1 second. Wait, why is it not? Here we go. Okay. I'm getting set up real fast. Give me a second, please. Okay. I'm going to read you the Finney files. Okay. I'm nervous. I'm sorry. I don't want to make any mistakes. Last thing I want to do is fucking make a mistake. So this is the official fucking Finney files that were sent to me. This is from Finney directly. Okay. Finney files. This list documents players connected to real money trading, item duplication, or exploited or related exploited activity based on direct transactions, admissions, observed behavior, or firsthand interactions. Confirmed dupers / direct participants. Several individuals explicitly knew about the duplication method, participated in it, and in some cases also engaged in large-scale RMT before becoming aware of the dupe. Direct RMT buyers through me and or G2G, many players purchase gold, gear, or full armor sets either directly from me via third-party marketplaces such as G2G or both. Exploit adjacent or suspicious activities. Some individuals requested ESP, fly hacks, access to dupe methods, or association with duper groups, indicating intent or knowledge of exploit use. Unconfirmed but highly suspicious cases. A small number of players displayed gear progression or knowledge inconsistent with the legitimate play or strongly suggesting RMT or duplication throughout without absolute proof. Okay. Okay. So this is it. These are the names. Aaronin, Shades, land gig, nav, toner, nightmare, crossy, Casey, Linbile, Cobra, Dank Tank, Dominican Dom Daddy, Dusky, Fame, Gago, Hads, HASD, I don't know how to Illune, ILLUNE, Kaya Josh, I think how you say that. Chaos Josh, that's how you say it. Lucio, Mouth, Mungo, New Gazi or New Gaza, Peter, Peavy, Renji, Rippy, let me see, Rippy, Secro, Shao Kahn, Solicited, XVV, YOLO Mama, Zark, Zoipid, Ziff, Zig, Arthas, Big Jamal, and TMX. Yeah, Shao Kahn. Yeah, that's how you say it, Shao Kahn. Yeah. Those are all the people on this list. I didn't create this list. This is not from me. This isn't like I said, there's other information on here besides, it's not just a list of names, but the actually has from Finney like what each person did. So some of those names are false and have already been checked over by Intrepid. Like I said, I'm not here to like say like this is I'm just reading off a list. That's what I was told to do. I did it. So like I said, you can either believe me, not believe me, say I'm full of shit, say this list is a full of shit. You know, it is what it is. Finney sounds like he's trying to ride some fame high. Possibly, you know, possibly. Like I said, for me, I feel like whatever Intrepid does on their back end and gets more and more sophisticated with like the duping, the exploiting, the buying of Armentee, the transactions of like trades, gold, like all the things, right? Like all of that's going to be super duper important, right? But it's definitely one of those things that I feel like is important for them to do. And let me see, Finney is full of shit. I've never met Finney. I don't know Finney at all. Like I've never had an actual conversation with him. I've never even had a DM or like a private DM conversation with him. Like I don't know the dude. I don't know. Like all of this could be 100% true. All of it can be a bunch of bullshit. Like, I don't know, like maybe this is like a vendetta against like people that he has, or maybe he is telling the truth and he's just like saying, fuck it, I don't care. You know what I mean? But there's also more than just what I read off. Like this isn't like, that isn't it. Like, let me just be very clear about that. That isn't just it. Sorry, I don't make, yeah, Muggsy, I'm fine. Like I'm probably on several lists. Like, again, I'm not here to like say like, oh, this is with 100% certainty or whatever. Like you can believe it, not believe it. It is what it is, man. Like people say like, you know, oh, Finney's a trustworthy guy. I don't know him. Like I I personally don't know the dude. Like, I can't confirm nor deny. Is he a true is he known to be a liar? Is he known to be, saying the truth and shit? I don't know. Like, I just don't know. But I mean, it is what it is, Here, 1 second. Sorry. I've literally. Okay. Let me see. Why are you making up this list when Intrepid just put it out? I'm not. Okay, Muggsy. I'm not making this up. Like, this is what I have in front of me. So, I mean, again, you don't have to believe me. You can think I'm just full of crap. That's fine. Like, again, I would be very skeptical too if I was in the audience listening to this person say these things. But it is what it is. I don't think I'm known to be a liar in the community. That's all I'm saying. Because they obviously missed a lot on their first list. Intrepid got Intrepid got a lot of work to do. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. It's gonna be very interesting to see like the future, basically, right? To see like what is gonna happen next week, right? I don't know. Let me see. Polar derangement syndrome live on camera. It's so funny. I don't have a problem with you guys. I literally just verbatim read off a list. Like I don't know like what like what you think I'm like I have a fascination with Polar. Like I don't, dude. Like it's kind of wild. Let's see, this is just a start in my opinion. It's a great first step. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is a great first step. I've said this, like, I think this is a go-to decision. I think the more they keep doing this, the more they keep refining and doing the things. I think it's a good thing overall. You know what I mean? Let me see. Oh, not you, the dumbass chat. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Polar, and this is why I told T Muggsy, and I said this when he was in my stream last week or whatever. I said, if you guys just went about not being the villains, people would give you more grace and leniency when shit hits the fan. But you all chose to be the villain and also chose to make some really terrible decisions in P2. And now you're having to face that accountability. Like, that's it. Like, it's really it. Like, it's very simple as to why this is all happening. Why you feel like everybody's always turning around against you. I mean, you did it to yourselves. Like, no one did that but y'all. Let me see. Did you see the pick? He paid 225 gold plus a 6 pedal or a plus 6 pedal neck for a Grizzler neck to Thunder. Bro, like I said, I have a lot of screenshots. I have not gone through them with a fine tooth comb, but it is what it is kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the guy that had full epics for a month, just insane. It's true, dude. Like, there were so many people that were, and you could have hit it. You literally could have hit it so easily. Put on a fucking costume. Put on any costume. No one would have even known you were probably in Rosarium unless they clicked on your buffs and decided to be like, what's going on, right? But at least you could have tried to fucking play it off. Like, it was just a little wild. Let me see the complete list set that incomplete. Yes. Steven said and confirmed that this is not the full list, that there will be more additions coming in the following week. So, like I said, I'm not here to like, put anyone under the bus. Like, all I'm saying is like, I'm reading off of a list that someone else wrote. You can believe it, not believe it. These aren't my own actions or my own thoughts on people. I don't really know too much like individual like people. I know mostly like GMs and stuff like that and other content creators, because that's like what I am. But I don't really know too many like individuals. I've gotten to know my own community that come in and watch me on Twitch chat or whatever. But it is what it is, man. Like, I'm not asking for anyone to believe me, but if you feel you're innocent, then you'll be innocent till proven guilty. That's it. And there are some people who have the guilty till proven innocent mentality. That's just a reality. Let me see. I'm a fan of Polar. Not gonna lie, they were good for the game in the big picture. Look, I think when it comes to the guilds, these big guilds, like, right, you have like Polar, you have like Axiom, you have Aura, you have Rives Guild, Genesis, like all of these really massive guilds, like Pirate, like they're all good for the game. What isn't good for the game is whenever you are actually operating in this secret little lale lule low secret government agency of RMT and duping, thinking you can get away with it. And I feel like eventually shit's going to come out and it's going to be exposed. And whether you like it or not, anytime a person tries to hide shit, it usually comes out, especially in this community. It's really fucking hard to hide in this community. So, this is one streamer that doesn't need views. Yeah, brother. If you feel like you don't like watching me, I change the channel. There's plenty of Ashes streamers currently. Let me see, bro. I killed Polar more than anyone in phase 2, but they can have an undeserved bad rep just because they used Guild War scrolls and have been labeled exploiters since P2. The game needs villains. I agree. The game does need villains. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, you can't have a guild that makes bad decisions, but know that whenever you are pissing the community off, people aren't just going to willingly be like, but they're just such good villains, man. They're so good. Like, people don't like villains, but they also don't like cheating. And whenever you start seeing shit going hand in hand, when you see the people that are acting as villains and also doing villainous things, that's where people have like, all right, it's one thing to be the villain, but it's another thing to be duping, cheating, exploiting, whatever. And that's where that's where it all happens. You know what I mean? Let me see. This community is actually inbred and needs to touch grass. I feel like there's certain people in the community that thrive on this drama. Like, again, I've always been the kind of person where I don't really need the drama. Like, I'm pretty low tone. Like, when people come into my chat, it's usually very chill. We're having discussions on systems where, just talk about Ashes of Creation, I think in a very, reasonable light. And then you have people that are just so upset at the alpha process, or you're so upset about a guild that war decked you, or it is better than you, or whatever. Like, it's whatever, you know what I mean? I don't understand where people get, they get caught up in it. And I think sometimes it's natural for a human to get caught up in the drama. Like, for me, I think it's so cringe. Like, when I go on X or whatever, and I see like the drama that's happening with like Miss Skiff and Emaru, and I'm like, ugh. I don't know Emaru. I don't know Miss Skiff. I don't know them, but it's like, I don't need to know their fucking dirty laundry. I don't need to know like what he did, what she did. Like, I've never been about that shit. Like, I always just stay in what I like, but I understand the whole like streamer drama, or especially with Ashes of Creation, the guild drama, right? That's where our meat and potatoes usually are, right? Just the fucking guild drama. That's where everybody's at. Let me see, bro. This is you. You're the drama guy. You just repeat whatever anyone tells you. Well, it's because people are talking about it, dude. Like, it's literally everywhere. Like, everybody, if I was all about drama, like, when you go on my streams, like, that's all you would be hearing. I can test, anybody that watches me regularly can tell you, like, my focus is never on the drama. My focus is on, talking about the game, improving the alpha status. What can we do for systems? Like, that's where it's at. So again, as much as you claim that people are wrong about you, like, you're kind of wrong about me, but you're also choosing to be wrong about me. Like, I don't know. Let me see. I'm not on Intrepid's list. So why the hell are you saying my name? Because it's on the list that Finney wrote. This isn't the Vladis files that I read off. This is the Finney files. I thought I was pretty clear about that, but like I said, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. He's just rage baiting. I know. I mean, it's fine. Like, I mean, he can be mad. I mean, I'm just reading off what Finney wrote. And like I said, if that's what it is, then release the Vladis files, brother. There is no Vladis files. Oh my God. Let me see. The real drama is, why doesn't Ashes have more e-girls? That is the real drama, brother. Let me see. Did I ask Finney, or did you just make that up? No, I didn't ask Finney. This was sent to me by someone else, and they told me that I was okay to talk about it, so I talked about it. That's it. It's not really some agenda, like that's just literally how it happened. Let me see. It's the Finney files that Trixton sent. Finney didn't send it himself. Yeah, because Finney, I believe, sent it to like one person, and that one person had the original files. So, like I said, you don't have to believe me. You can think this is all BS or whatever. I just read a list. That's pretty much it. Let me see, bro. Do you have any idea of how many are in the Women's Ashes Discord? Also true. We actually have plenty of girls like in our guild. I was kind of shocked. I was like, wait a minute, we have like over 10 girls? Like, that's pretty freaking wild. I come from World of Warcraft, and World of Warcraft is more girl friendly, but I think the most girls I've ever had in my guild was 2. And usually the girls always left because it's like anytime there was like a girl there and anytime another girl shows up, it's always like fucking bad, like always fucking bad. Bro, Muggsy isn't on the list. He doesn't even play. Okay. But yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell. I mean, this is the list. And I think honestly, if any people that I read off on this list have nothing to worry about, then you'll go and you'll do your appeal, or you don't have any appeal. And it's just, it is what it is. Like I said, the truth will always be brought to the light. That's it. Like I said, I don't know Finney. I don't know how trustworthy that individual is, but this is just the things that he wrote, and I just read it off. That's pretty much it. On the message, it says irreversible. Are you talking about like the bans? Be very interesting if it was irreversible. I think if they have that much damning proof for some individuals, then I think there may be no going around it. We'll see. Thanks for reading what you have in front of you. Regardless, we know that there are caveats, but you're claiming nothing is true. You're just sharing what you were given, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, as a content creator, I get given a lot of shit. I get given a lot of stuff, and I usually take whatever I get with a grain of salt. Like, do you know how easy sometimes it is to like do a Discord thread, fake one? I can literally go to Google, type in fake Discord message, and create the whole fucking thing in like an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I know this. Like, I know this. This isn't new to me. So like I said, I read something off. You can believe it, not believe it. It is what it is. But that's the thing that was sent from Finney. Let me see. No one has any reason to believe Tenko was keeping all of the free dupe shit to himself because someone, I don't know, in Vladistat said so, for real. Well, I believe a lot of these, especially the conversations I've had with someone who deeply RMT'd in other games, was talking to me about the process of how it's usually done. And the funneling to one person usually works the best because it's the most easiest for every other complicit party member. Whenever you start having more individuals a part of the same entity, it's a lot easier to catch wind. But when it's coming from one person, it's a lot easier to just blame, oh, well, this is all from this person. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that kind of checks out, especially when it comes to like other MMOs. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. What does your hat say? It says make MMOs great again, is what it says. The person who sent them doesn't want them shown. Chat asked them to read it since it was permitted. Yeah, basically. And again, that person that sent it to me might, you know, he says, depending on, you know, what gets unveiled next week, you know, he may release the whole thing himself. But I think that's up to him, not me. You know what I mean? Like, so let me see how many gifted subs for you to watch my Finney list video on stream. I don't know, like I don't care, like it don't matter to me. It is what it is, that's for sure. Yeah, 100 subs. You give me 100 subs, I will watch the video. Let me see, do we know which players on the list were actioned? In other words, are they already on the 2 lists Steven published? I feel like there were, all the people you see here are the ones that were actioned within the past 30 days, given the duping. Now, there were some people that have said, excuse me, there were some people that said that there are still some names absent from this list. And I think everyone's always going to feel that because, again, there's some vendettas of certain people and certain individuals out there. It kind of is what it is, you know? But I think ultimately, it's the almost reputation killing as people who decide to be villains by jacking up taxes to 100% and not building any buildings and say they're going to destroy all buildings if they win the mayoral election. Like I said, I mean, villains are going to villain in a game. You know what I mean? And Muggsy said that that's what they do. They are the villains. But again, being a villain doesn't mean you also can't play nice too. You know what I mean? And that's mean like the more Discord edited, the more like, and I just feel like overall, like Polar's always had that, their reputation they built, I think was just built badly. Like, I'm just going to say like, it was built badly. Because I feel like you could have gone about it in so many different ways, but that's what you guys decided to do as a guild. And because y'all decided to do those things, this is the kind of reputation you developed in the span of a year at this point. So no, Finny made the list, sent it to me. I sat on them until today, waiting for Intrepid to do it. Yeah, it's a picture of his feet. Don't do it. So I didn't give the list of Vladis. Finny didn't send it to me. Finny said that earlier. Vladis even said I didn't send it to him. No, Stricken didn't send it to me. Like I said, let me see a grown ass man acting like this. Let me see. Check DMs. Oh my god. 1 second, because I'm getting DM'd by like everybody. Let me click through. Okay. Muggsy, do you want me to read what you put, or is it just like for my own ears and eyes only? I'll wait for you to reply. Let me see. Just give Polar their own server so they can exploit in peace. Hey, what's this list, chat? So this is basically the RMT spam list. This one right here is the player action one. So this is the one where all of the dupes occurred. And this is all from the people, all the character names that basically duped and their guilds associated with it. Like I said, if you want the thing, I'll put it right here. Good idea. Place all the blind players on their own server and let them go to town on their exploits. I mean, honestly, those exploits I believe are fixed now, thank God. But it's just a matter of, you know, getting them fixed and making sure that they don't happen again. Let me see. Let me see. And people can blame Polar all they want for doing shit that benefits Polar and not the rest of the server and game. That's kind of the point of a PvP MMO or PvP game, to get your guild ahead. My comment about the unbalance wasn't even about Polar, since only one Polar member is on that list. Yeah, and again, like that's the thing. Like most people are like going to have like a member, right? And that member could have been doing things that were nefarious on their own with no prior, no one had prior knowledge to it, basically. But again, everyone's always going to paint their own picture about the guild they like or don't like. That's just how people are. Like, again, I kind of don't care. Like, I don't have any vendetta. I don't have anything against Polar, against Aura, against like any guild. Do I like sometimes what they do in game on the server? No. But again, it's one of those things that they're going to want to do things that that do benefit them. And I feel like there's a lot of guilds that want to benefit the server, right? They want to benefit their guild, plus they want to benefit the other guilds and make sure the server is working in a very good, organized fashion. And then you have some guilds that don't give a shit about the server, but only care about their individual tactics, their own individual progression, their own individual whatever. And they could give two shits about what happens to everyone else. And I feel like that's literally like the whole design of Ashes of Creation in general. But there are some things that Intrepid and Steven need to figure out, to how far of an extent could a villainous guild act and do to the rest of the server. And I think that's what we're testing now. That's literally like what we've been doing. and figuring out, because that's what they want to balance around, right? They want to balance around the guilds that are super good compared to the guilds that are super terrible. So it just becomes, it is what it is. You see, because Intrepid is shown, they prefer to hyper focus on stuff that doesn't mean much. Sorry, chat is moving so fast. Long instead of finishing systems, I just want one system finished. One doesn't matter which. Yeah, like I said, I think any of us, Vladis, show the DMs with Muggsy. Did he say? I was trying to find if he said I could or not. I don't. I'm scrolling up to see if maybe he said something, but I don't see. Show all the screenshots in Convo. Okay. Okay. 1 second. Let me here. All right. Vladis, hi. You're spreading misinfo about Strixon, the guy who is known for doxing, threatening people IRL, and all the other weird shit. His co-GM Yellow and Timolope both quit Aura because all of the weird IO threats and doxing he has done. Now you're regurgitating fully fake nonsense. Please use your brain. Thanks. And why can't, sorry, my computer save. TMX. All right, so this is the first screenshot. And let me see. So this says, you made the list with me on it, LMFO. I said I wasn't sure why Thunder get banned, though, LMAO. Oh, wait. Are y'all seeing that? No. Sorry. I wasn't sure it get banned. I'm not even banned, huh? Twins. Why is this retard Vladis saying on your list? Did you even make up a list, or is this retarded baited? Yeah. Someone paid me $500 USD for it. You're trolling, dead ass. Ha ha ha. Holy fuck. Okay, so that's the first one. Then the next ones, Finney shows the files that I just read off, and I don't know if I want to share this one because that's the one that they told me not to share, was that screenshot. Yeah, the third page is removed. Well, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Like I said, it's not just showing because you want to show it. This isn't your stream, brother. This is mine. The fact that I'm allowing this to happen, chill. Let me see. Oh. Okay, 1 second. All right, just gonna have to wait for the message. Let me see. Just share them. Why be secret about it? It's so weird for someone promoting transparency. Because that was what was told to me. I'm trying to be respectful of the people or the person that gave this to me. That's it. Like, I'm not going to be all willy-nilly with shit that was given to me and I was told specifically before I was given to not show any of it. That's called respect. So that's what I'm trying to be, respectful. I just asked him if he wants me to show this list, and I will, but if he says no, then I won't. So let's see. Okay. Hold on. Okay. All right. So here's the whole thing. I'm going to show it all because that's what the guy told me to do. He says, fuck it, show it all. All right. So let's show it. He's pulling his cock out. All right. So give me a second. Because I'm going to have to like save each image and then show it. Just give me 1 second. So wild. All right, I'll just do these for now. There's more. All right. So here we go. So this is the first image that's on it. So this is from Finney. It says, all right, fuck it. This is going to burn a lot of bridges. This is the original 3-page document that Finney wrote himself. Okay. That's the first one. So there's 3 pages that was on this from Finney. I know you can't read it. There's a better one. There's a better one. I'm just doing you image by image by image. So there's that one. Second one. Here. So this is from Thunder. Wait, my friend brings G. Van Braces, how much, or how much money. And then let me see. Okay, I want it, but I'm still low on money. I'll message you back shortly. Okay, I can buy it now. You still at Winstead. And this was this was all the stuff here from Finney. Okay. Next screenshot. Let me see. Finney says spindle bolt, a 95 times 2, 190 gold. Dried braidwood board, 58 times 6, 348. So 538 gold, 525, and he basically said 600 each. This is, I need to wait for my friend to come on and deliver the coins. Okay. What's the fourth one? So next one is from Finney. It says, I have a list of about 30 names, and I made it look pretty. And this is just kind of a little snippet from the people that he basically put. And there's like, again, a whole, like what Finney basically put as the reasoning why these people are on the list. right? Excuse me. What's the next one? Okay, that was the same one. Okay, give me a second. I have to save more. Um, all right. Refreshed. All right. Let me see. So this is another one from Thunder. Roughly similar market prices on Braidwood and Willow, same cost as before. 95 bolts, 58 58 gold ride boards. Sure. 649 gold total, friends and family discount up to you. Due 635, nice number, and shirts have been made in Forge. Anvil, no worky that. No worky for that. Sadly, the only thing the relic does is make you ingots and plating. Let me see. I feel like this one was like a nothing one. All the crafts are on different characters. I know I'm in Mara right now. Everything is in the same place. Or is it World Tour time? Let's see. So that's that one. The next one. Let me see. Hey bud, yo mate. Cry mentioned you wanted to chat in disc. It's just easier than in-game whispers, for sure. Cry mentioned you wanted EBC's help. We'll take all the support we can. Also, I don't have much of a connect. I'm pretty sure you meant connection with EBC. So how'd you know to want to hop in the community comms and I'll drag into a quick intro? And then Vinny said sure. The last one here. Oh, that's the same one. So that's all of them. Like that's the list. And then this is the better. Let me show you guys the better. Wait, that's not the better one. This one right here. So this one is the better, like 3-page one that is like the complete list. So this is the thing that I was reading earlier, where it has all the names. So like, sorry, I moved my camera, but you'll see here where it says like every single person, like what they were doing, yada yada. And then this is, like I said, more names here with the stuff they did, and then the third page here. So this is what it says about you, Muggsy. I cannot say with 1,000% certainty, although TMX messaged me before this post showing that I/EBC were duping, how to do it, sent a screenshot to us doing the trade dupe. I do believe he knew how to do the dupe and possibly some of his own group were duping, but this is hearsay. Do you see that? So he can't confirm with certainty, but these were the things that he put. And then again, this is also hearsay. So I don't know. This is again what was sent to me. So I don't know. I get a lot of stuff sent to me. So this is what it was. This is the things. And again, you have to basically take it at Finney's word. So if you don't know this dude, then it is what it is. I don't know. But that's it. That's the whole thing. That's the whole Finney files that I know our boy Zybeck was waiting for. I mean, the guy that spilled the beans on the dupe he found and made mad money naming the people he sold to. That's the thing, right? Like, I mean, sometimes you have no reason to lie, especially if you're going to go out with a bang, right? If you're kind of like, fuck it, I'm out and I don't give a shit, like you would have no reason to like lie. But some people still do. Like, you know what I mean? Like it just is what it is. Tenko is animal husbandry. I believe the dupe wasn't just duplicating materials. Like you can dupe items. I believe that's how people were literally getting Protector's Pride. People were literally duping Protector's Pride. Let me see. Was all this sent to Steven? From what I know, it was. I have not sent it to Steven personally. Let me see. Not Protector's Pride is easy to get. I feel like if you're farming the spot, I feel like it is, but it wouldn't surprise me if people were duping that too, because it's literally the fastest mount in the game. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't, you know, surprise me. Finny bought the Storm. Let me see. The Storm Current Great Axe recipe this phase, and I got banned for it. What are your thoughts? Someone else bought something and you got banned? This seems like there's a lot of missing information in that one that one thing. Let me see. Vladis is the most clickbait rage bait list. Why don't you try to hit 25 instead of farmer drumming from witch hunts? I am just stating, really, I didn't even want to talk about this stuff. Like I really didn't. I just wanted to talk about the actual ban list that Intrepid put out. But hey, dude, if that's how you feel, brother, I hope you sleep good at night, because I know I do. But seems like people just get super duper like upset and crazy, you know, but it is what it is. Let me see. Who sent me this list? A person. And it wasn't Strixon. So if he wants me to say his name, I'll say his name. But if he doesn't want me to say his name, then I won't say his name. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to believe me. I'm telling you, you do not have to believe me. I'm just showing you what I got. That's it. So, say it? No. If they want me to say it, I will. I'm not going to say just because you said to. My brain does not work that way. I try to be respectful of the things that people send me, and that's how I do it. So if you're looking for a streamer or someone to, you know, just do whatever, then yeah, like you're watching the wrong person in that sense. Let me see. Was it was Amal or some shit? How about you go hit level 25? I will eventually. Maybe. We'll see. It depends on how fast they wipe though. I mean, I'm level 18 right now, so it'll take me a little bit more time, but you know, it is what it is. But that's basically it. Let me see. Funny how as soon as you're talking about list and shit on your stream, all of the assholes come out of the woodwork and flood your stream with toxicity. Yeah, that's how it is, man. I mean, and I get it. Like, you know, this seems like, again, very damning. And you can believe whatever it is you want to believe from all this, right? Like if you believe the whole Finney files and the whole lead up to it, and maybe you know Finney, maybe you don't know Finney, like, again, you just got to take everything I say with a huge grain of salt. I'm literally telling you to, like, I'm not even advocating, oh my God, please believe this, guys. This is so true. Like, again, you know what I mean? Like, Intrepid has these tools, and if people were banned, it was probably banned for a reason. And if it was for a false reason, then you put your appeal in, they'll research and be like, oh, we fucked up. And then boom, here it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand. You see, where's the list of people who bought gold? I want that. That's the list I'm very curious about. Like, where's the list of people that I've actually like gotten traded from a known seller? And where are those bands? That's my thing. Like, where are those bands at? Because that's what I personally want. Nutty Man, you're just disappointed. Hold on, dude. Chat's moving so fast. So I was trying to read something. I couldn't even read it. Let me see. That's the Finney list. Yes. This is all fake news, or at least the part of me. Like I said, I was just reading off the list. Like, I'm not here to like And Shao Kahn, you've been in my chat for a while, but like I said, this isn't like anything like I'm being malicious or anything like that. I just read off a list that wasn't created by me. That is what I'm saying. Their detection cannot catch any of them, and they can try to keep their dodgy goods, meaning using a second account will cheat and become massive. Well, yeah, and this is why I think their detection has to get better and better, and why they have to continue to try to ban the player and not just another account. Because we know how easy it's going to be to ban evade, right? Like, oh, this account got permabanned. Cool. I'll just buy another account, no problem, for $50. You know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? You see, surprised your name isn't there. Maybe on page 2. Oh my God. Let me see. Some of the buyers on the list even said in Reddit that this list was to clarify these are not all of the list. I fully expect a few hundred more characters to make up this list in the coming week. These are the most egregious dupers and RMT sellers / buyers. We have 2 designers and 2 CS members working this week to finish up inspecting the last 30 days, and we'll be updating the list. Thank you so much for putting that in. I really appreciate that, Vladden. Let me see. Devs couldn't detect a Skyrim level dupe for multiple faces. Like, come on. Exactly. Their shit has to get better. And if it can't get better in an alpha, then we have no business going into a live launch. Like, seriously, like if this shit can't be detected at their back-end tools and architecture or whatever it is they have done, we have no business to continue to move forward. Like, this shit needs to be handled, and it needs to be like not just actioned upon, but it actually needs to be fixed. Like, there needs to be some sonars or like radars in the Intrepid Studios when stuff was like, hey, a character's going above, 30 meters and they're not registered as a mare, which means they can't be fucking flying, right? Like, that to me seems like a very no-brainer-ish kind of thing. So as soon as you just go 30 meters in the air in a place that you shouldn't be 30 meters in, it should just boom, like auto flag, at that point. Let me see. The fact that the blatant phishing bots and fly hacks are still in the game, but they're supposedly caught RMTers and dupers, makes me very skeptical about the validity. I feel like didn't they say that the phishing lure exploit was fixed? Like, you can't log out and log back in anymore. I believe that was with their last update, from what I know. Let me see. You say unverified, yet those guys in the Finny files are also banned on Intrepid's list. You can look now, bro. Yeah, I mean, like, I could like, let's cross-reference real quick, right? 1 second. All right. So what's the first name on this list? Hold on. I'm trying to make it to where I can read the list and also read chat and also do this. So let's go here. All right. So the first name is Aranin. All right. So Control F. Aranin. Interesting. So Aranin, it's not, I don't know, maybe Vinny didn't spell it correctly, but there's a couple of Aranins. So there's this Aranin. So who knows? Okay, so let's look at the next one. So next one is Shades. And there is no person named Shades on the list. All right, so the next one is Landgig. And I don't know if this is like character names or Discord names or what, but so Landgig is not on here. Nav. No one named Nav either. Toner. All right, so Toner X. So it seems like maybe these names are more like abbreviated names. I don't know, really. Who knows? Let me see. He noted the list was the Finny files, the document that everyone in AOC excluded the rationale for why someone on the list was stated that these are all people on the list that is malicious intent. What the actual document shows, some people are just random guesses. He is directly leaving information out to mislead people. That is defamation. I mean, yeah, like if Finney's putting people on here and they're not correct, and again, it's like if you're trying to like leave and watch the world burn, or you just made up like people you don't like, or you just did this for shits and giggles, like for sure. Let me see. So what's the next one? Nightmare. So there's a guild nightmare. Oh, so I don't think he put, so nightmare on the list says that we were known to be duping and did it too, is what it said for nightmare. I think that was more of a guild and not an actual person. Crossy. There's no one in the band list named Crossy. Casey. No one named Casey either. I mean, again, I don't know how these were done, but even Lin B. I don't know. It's like, it. I don't know where he got these names from, like, or like how, like if they were abbreviated or whatever, there were actual names or not actual names, like of the actual the character names. Like, I don't know, but I just did a couple of them. To me, again, I think it's kind of irrelevant, because if you're innocent, if you didn't do any shit, like, you'll be fine. And if you got falsely banned, you just appeal, they'll look into it, and you can, people literally, one person put up a Reddit post that says, hey, I was like falsely banned, like, can you look into it? And Steven says, send me your name and I'll look into it personally. Like, there's many ways that you can get a hold of Intrepid if like you are like falsely banned and you weren't supposed to. Like, I'm pretty sure they'll be able to take care of it. Maybe not right here and right now, but they definitely will. Let me see. I mean, I don't trust any of you guys, to be honest. You don't have to. Like I said, you can believe whatever it is you want to believe, man. Like I said, I take a lot of shit, especially in this community, with a huge grain of salt. The entire, like I said, the gaslighting, the drama, the, you know, this has been happening since phase 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm no stranger to it. Like, I understand it all exists. I mean, this is why, like, I'm really glad I went into like a smaller guild, because I know when, especially when you're in one of the major guilds, like, you kind of have to be in the guild versus guild drama, right? Because you're a part of like one of the bigger entities. So, you know, it is what it is. They are Discord names, probably. And that's what I mean. Like, so it's like, it's hard to cross-reference it into the ban list, because they could have different names for their tunes or just whatever the case is. The list is like 1/3 EBC, so he's using their proper gamer tags. Yeah. Suspect small guild. I mean, I don't think we're like a huge, like, I don't think we could be compared to like the likes of like Polar or, you know, Aura. Like, we don't have like, you know, thousands of people like in our guild. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we're like a super small guild either, right? Like, I think maybe it's more nostalgia, but like, I remember when Suspect had like 100 people, you know, like, I've known Suspect for years. Like, I met them in 2021. And, you know, we've grown like as a guild for sure. But it's, I guess I still kind of reminisce on like the old, like, we used to be a small guild, but now I think we're definitely like a mid to large guild at this point. But I just don't consider us like a part of like the major large guild players, you know, if that makes any sense. No, Suspect small guild, tiny guild. Some say the smallest guild. Yeah, I think we're about average. Yeah, we're, you know, I think average is a pretty good way to say it. See, I remember when we were only like 25 members. Yeah, I know, it's pretty wild, man. Like, you know, it's come a long way. Oh, libel. He's made no claims against anyone, just stated that they were on the list. You would have to prove harm, and it would have to be slander, as it was not written. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm just reading stuff off the list. Like I said, it wasn't made by me. I don't have, like, I didn't create it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But right now, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and get off. Like I said, I'm going to hang out with my wife tonight. I feel like it's really just going to be more just talking about the current list, and I feel like I've already said all my pieces. Like, I think it would just be constantly just more regurgitating of the same talking points and the same things. Like, I will just say this. I am super glad that Let me see. Hey bro, can we see your head? A few of us got a bet that you're bald or not. No. Really? I am not bald. I have a full set of hair. Actually, my hair is like super thick. I actually cut it. Like, I used to be super duper curly. If you go back and watch some of my early streams, I had very, very, very curly hair. There was a couple of streams where I didn't wear a hat, but show the back. Oh no. Am I good? Um, am I balding? Oh, I'd be the only one in my family that is, because my dad's not. My dad has a full set of hair and he's 71. So, let me see. That hat does the chat confirm, not a robot. Quit wearing hats, dude. I love wearing hats. Like, I usually am a very much a hat wearer, like all the time. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and probably get off. I'm gonna chill out with my wife. We're gonna watch some anime. But I really appreciate everybody coming in, hanging out. You know, I guess doing this whole expose on the Finney files and everything like that. But also, of course, the ban list, which I think is really, really good. So we just finished To Be Hero X, which is an amazing anime. If you have not watched To Be Hero X, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Very, very good anime. But yeah, we're basically rewatching Attack on Titan. My wife wanted to rewatch it, so we're rewatching it from season 1. So yeah, I love Attack on Titan. Like, there's like 3 wall scrolls that I have like right in front of me that are like Attack on Titan, Hunter x Hunter, Food Wars. I have a bunch of anime shit all around me. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take off. Let me see who I can rate you guys off to. Because I'm pretty sure there's a shit ton of people. All right, my buddy Roar is streaming, so let's go and raid his ass, and he'll be bombarded with a whole bunch of people. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, if you want to watch me live on stream, I stream pretty much every single day at various times, usually anywhere between 7 p.m. Central onward, or sometimes earlier than that, just depends. But I do try to stream every single day. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, hit that heart button. If you want to follow me on YouTube, then hit that subscribe button. It'll keep you up to date anytime I go live. Thank you all so much for all of the subs, the follows, the engagement. It was really a lot of fun. I think this was a good discussion today. All right, guys, you all have a good one. Take care. Tell Aurora I said hi. All right, peace.